Hello everyone, welcome to today's video. Today, we're going to be starting this series called Album Reviews. This is basically my review on each album. You might be asking why is it not a 21 Pilots album? Well, guess what? I have said my opinions on every 21 Pilots album. I have done rankings of them, multiple rankings on them, and opinion videos. And all of those albums are a 10 out of 10 for me. Besides R&B. But we don't talk about that. So today, our review is going to be a band that I really like called Deftones. So, what's playing right now is My Mind's a Mountain by Deftones. I think this sets the tone for the album very good. This has great guitar, great vocals. I think it's a 10 out of 10 song. I mean, Diamond Eyes is a great opener for that one. Diamond Eyes, That's the School is a great opener for Right Pony. My Own Star is a great opener around the furry. There's a lot of great openers, but I think my Mind's a Mountain is one of the best openers by them. 10 out of 10 song, great vocal performance, great guitar, great bass. And yeah, that's what I have to say about My Mind's a Mountain. On to the next song. Lock Club. So when you first hear it, you hear a guitar, but I think this is probably one of the worst songs on the album. I'll turn this up again. So while this is basically a storytelling song. It's not the best performance. But I think this is also a pretty decent song. Not the best I've done out of this. You can probably see why this is my least favorite song. Well, not my least favorite song. Well, not one of my least favorite songs off the album. I give Rock Club like a 4 out of 10. Not the best I've done, but it could be worse, but I think this is a decent second track on the album. And let's move on to our next song. Now let's move on to Ecstasis. I believe that's how you say it. Ecstasis. Now this is a step up from Lock Club. This has a very nice kind of electronic sound to it. We have great vocals, great visualizer. Now, Ecstasis is one of the most interesting ones on the album, I would say, compared to other ones. I feel like this kind of connects to other songs. Ecstasis. But I still think compared to other songs on this album, this might be one of the weakest. Well, not weakest, maybe like a medium. But Ecstasis has a great guitar, vocals. And I think this is a great third track. I give this a 7 out of 10. Let's move on to Infinite Source. Now, Infinite Source, this is one of my favorite songs off the album. And this is the second music video off the album. And I believe it's the last music video off the album. But Infinite Source is like a thank you letter to fans over through the years. It's just saying, kind of like, thank you for keeping the band going strong. I mean, that's one of my favorite voices off the album, personally. This is kind of really a reflection based off the band as well. This kind of reflection off how far they came since this is their 10th studio album. And also just a thank you to the fans for keeping them going for this long. it has a great vocal performance, great guitar. I mean, Infinite Swift is, like I said, one of my favorite songs off this album. And I give this song a 10 out of 10. Now, you can do that. This is how you say it. Julie is one of the most interesting tracks off the album. One of the most interesting tracks off the album, I'll say. The song kind of gives a vibe off a Saturday Night Wrist. That album that released a couple years ago. This kind of gets the vibe of this. Now, this song does have mixed opinions on what I see. It has some of the best tracks on the album, one of the most amazing tracks off the album. I think Sydney is great for what it has. I mean, it's kind of like translated walls you are made to crumble down is a like off here that is often inspired by fans' deeply personal ways with a song. Or like this song could be depression from a family bond with a friend. But this album, well, not album, song, Hang With Me, this is my first time doing it. I think this is a pretty good song. I give this a 8.5 out of 10. Pretty good track in my opinion. Now, CXZ. I know. Hold on, try to hit this real quick. So, CXZ is one of my other favorite tracks off here. This has a fun theory called the stock market theory, a popular fan theory. Because in the chorus it has constants and zeros. I always really thought of constants as algebra, but also I kind of thought of like you see those ones and zeros for a hat thing. Also kind of remind me of that. What theory is I'm not sure, but people would think it's that stock market theory. Hold up, let me read this. So the stock market theory is a popular film theory online suggests the song is secret about the Australian company Conson Ltd CX stock, according to a Reddit user, Sam Chino, I don't know how to say his last name, by stock tips and the stocks wrote Tandy, who came up a session with him about prices in Italian stock market ticker. What? Definitely interesting fan theory. But a mathematical connection to this, okay. But I think this is one of the most interesting tracks off the album and one of my favorites. I give this song a 10 out of 10, especially the intro. I think about you all the time. This is probably my least favorite song on the album. This is one of the most least interesting songs off this album. I think it could have been better, but this is just a really calm song. I'm trying to think what else to say about it because I don't know too much to say about it. This is just a really calming song off the album. But let's go into my favorite song on the album. Milk at the Midnight is my favorite song off Private Music. I think this song has a very interesting sound to it. This song is one verse pre-chorus and chorus, and that's the whole song. It's very impressive how you just don't get tired of it. At least to me, I don't get tired of Milk of the Madonna ever. I think it's the best song off this album. It has such a unique and interesting sound to it. Also, there's a Bible theory, biblical theory to it. I don't know it fully because I'm not researched it properly. But I've heard of it. It's in the visualizer I'm waiting to see. But I think this song has one of the best choruses they have made ever. Oh, right there? Never mind, I think that this is where they made the biblical theory. But I think this song has one of the best choruses that I've ever made. And I give this song a 10 out of 10. Let's head on to our next song, Cut Hands. Now, Cut Hands is also one of the most interesting songs. Let me turn this up on my end. Cut Hands has one of the most interesting sounding. I think also this song has basically, I don't know how to explain it. I think it's one of the most underrated songs off this album, but I also think this song came to a meaning that when you lose someone you deeply love, don't do self-harm to yourself. I might be wrong, and I might be thinking of another song. Ooh. But I think this has one of the most interesting takes of the song, and I enjoy it. I give this song a 9 out of 10. Let's move on to Metal Dreams. Metal Dream, right here makes me think of 311. Just that part right there. But when you think of Metal Dream, you think of a rock heavy song. Or a metal heavy song. But this song's actually quite the opposite of that. Metal Dream. Just listen to this chorus. But Metal Dreams, you don't know what Metal Dreams is about. But it's one of my favorites off this album. It's the second to Great Last Song, building up to The Permanent Body. I give this song a 10 out of 10. Let's move on to the last song off the album. Departing the Body. I'm gonna skip this because this is a boring part. But, The Permanent Body is my favorite closer off any Deftones album. Come on. There we go. I think it has such, it's just, I don't know how to describe it, it's just good. It has this unique calmness and Deftones feeling. Hold up. Let me pull up the chorus. I mean, just listen to that. Does that not sound good to you? But this is my favorite closer by them, and I think this is a great album. I give Prime Music a 10 out of 10. It has its own flaws like Lock Club, and I think about you all the time. But I think this album doesn't really have a bad song besides Lock Club. I'm gonna have my ranking right where you're looking at. But I hope you have a good day, good noon, good afternoon, good evening, good night, good midnight. I'll catch you next time. Goodbye.